Falling leaves in Unreal Engine. One method in under 2 minutes. One fully technical from scratch. Hello friends, welcome to episode 3 of the Unreal Engine Masterclass. In this part, I want to simulate falling leaves, so I decided to do it in an autumn-style scene. For this project, I've prepared several leaf meshes for you, so you can easily reach the desired result. First, we'll do this using a quick method, and then we'll move on to a more technical approach. Method 1: Fast Approach. In this method, we create a Niagara system. Next, we add the blowing particle emitter. We choose a name for it and open it. Instead of using a sprite renderer, we switch to a mesh renderer, so we can assign our own meshes. Now, we simply replace the default gizmos with our leaf meshes. If you notice that your leaves are standing upright, go to Align Particles and disable X alignment, so they don't behave incorrectly when they hit the ground. If the leaves are moving too fast, you can reduce the speed from the wind settings. If there are too many leaves, you can lower the amount using spawn rate. You can also increase leaf variation directly in the mesh renderer settings. Method 2: Technical Approach. In this method, we start from scratch by creating an empty emitter and move forward step by step. Once the emitter is ready, we begin adding the available Niagara modules. The first thing we add is spawn rate, which controls how many particles are generated. The second step is replacing the default renderer with a mesh renderer, since we want to use our own meshes. Next, we set the spawn rate to a value like 15. Now we go into Initialize Particle to control parameters, such as particle lifetime. For lifetime, I use random float, so all particles don't have the same lifespan. I also slightly increase the mass mode. The next module is Shape Location, which defines how particles are spawned. There are different shapes available. You can choose any you like. I select Sphere by default and increase its size. At the moment, Shape Location is placed in Update, but it needs to be in Particle Spawn, so the shape is applied immediately when particles are created. Next, we add Initial Mesh Orientation. This ensures that particles spawn with random orientations. Without it, all particles would spawn facing the same direction. Inside Initialize Particle, we can also give particles random scale. and random rotation for more variation. Particle update. In particle update, we have particle state, which removes particles after a certain time if kill particles is enabled. To avoid errors when adding forces like wind or velocity, I first add solve forces and velocity so all forces are calculated properly. To make the particles move downward, we add gravity force. If we want wind, we add wind. But this creates an error saying that a force is required for the particles to react properly. For falling leaves, instead of pure wind force, I use aerodynamic drag to create smoother, more natural movement. Now we get another error because aerodynamic drag needs to be aligned with mesh orientation. So we add align sprite to mesh orientation. Collision. Now we can place this Niagara system in the scene and easily replace the mesh to get falling leaves. At this point, however, the leaves don't settle on the ground. To fix that, we add collision. I lower restitution so the leaves don't bounce back into the air after impact. I add friction to create surface resistance so the leaves don't slide too much. Next, we add a line particle with collision plane. This takes the surface normal of the collision and rotates the particle so it aligns with the ground. Calming rate when bouncing controls how quickly the particle slows down while it's still bouncing after impact. Calming rate when resting controls how quickly the particle settles and stabilizes once it's on the ground. Finally, you can reduce the overall speed or set speed scale to random float, so the motion doesn't look uniform. Thanks a lot for watching. This was episode 3 of our Niagara tutorial series. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and support the channel. Your support really helps us continue stronger. See you in the next episode.